Hi, good people. This is Deborah. I'm back. Okay, we're at the last of the four videos regarding the priestly lies. This particular one is the movies about the Archons, the soul beings, the soulless being, and the shell body. Now, take what resonate with you and what does not resonate with you, put it on the shelf or throw it away because we all have a different path uh, we go down, but we'll wind up at the same destination. Now, this particular video is about, I named it the movies about Archons, the soul being, the soulless being, the shell body. These films may not explicitly mention Archons, but they touch on many concepts like the manipulation of the mind, the nature of the soul, and the idea of a body or as a vessel or shell. Several other films can be interpreted through the lens of soul versus counterfeit spirits, exploring theme, themes of illusions, awakening, spiritual growth, and the battle between truth and falsehood. Okay, let us explore my thoughts uh, on some popular films. There was one called Altered Carbon that took place in uh, 2018. Uh, let's see here. All right, so the message from this movie is based on the book by Richard K. Morgan. The series present a future where awareness can be transferred into different body, allowing people to live for centuries. That's what the movie was about. The stack system involves the soul, which is the awareness, being separate from the body and raising existing questions about identity, immorality, and what it means to be human. The next movie, The Adjustment Bureau, came out in 2011. The message of free will versus control. In The Adjustment Bureau, the main character, David, discovers a secret organization that controls people's destinies. The Bureau acts as a force that tries to keep people on a predestined path, seen as an allegory for the counterfeit spirits of the illusion of free will. The battle between David's desire for free will and the Bureau's efforts to control his reflects the conflict between the self, true purpose, and the forces that try to suppress it. The film focus on destiny, choice, and control speaks to the spiritual journey of breaking free from external forces and aligning with your soul. Inception came out in 2010. The message of dream versus reality. Inception deals with the blurring of the lines between dreams and reality, where characters struggle to discern what is real and what is part of a fabricated world. This is a metaphor for the self awakening, where one confesses the false, superficial reality, which is the counterfeit world. And I told you that's up there in the fourth dimension with true spiritual insight. The dream layer represents different levels of awareness, and navigating these layers symbolizes the self journey to find clarity and truth amidst the illusion of the material world. The kick, a jot to wake up, represents the self awakening to its higher purpose, breaking free from the illusion created by the counterfeit forces in the dream world. Equilibrium came out in 2002. The message is a future society where emotions are suppressed to maintain order. The characters are soulless because they have been conditioned to erase their individuality and feelings. It explains, it examines the cost of losing the soul and essence in exchange for control. The next one is a scanner darkly came on 2006 messages based on Philip Dick novel. This film explores message of identity, mind, and the separation between the self and external reality. It looks at how addiction and technology can distort the self and how people lose their true selves to external forces. The Fountain, that came on in 2006 as well. The message of rebirth and the soul's journey. The film explores messages of immorality, spirituality, and the search for eternal life through the stories of three different timelines. Um, the person it journeys to save loved ones, and his connection to eternal explores the soul. The message of reincarnation and rebirth mirrors the self evolution and growth toward spiritual realization, breaking free from false attachment and misconceptions, which could represent the counterfeit spirit. The Matrix trilogy, 1999 to 2003, revisited the quest for truth and liberation. Beyond the first film, the Matrix trilogy dives even deeper into the message of spiritual awakening, the illusion of reality, and the fight against the counterfeit spirit. The Oracle, the Architect, and other characters represent different aspects of both truth and deception. The film explores Neo's journey as the one, representing the self, struggles to break free from artificial system of control, and discovers its true nature and purpose. The Matrix itself is a metaphor for the counterfeit spiritual forces that trap the self in a false reality, preventing them from realizing their eternal. The Sixth Sense, 1999, the message of realizing the truth. In The Sixth Sense, the main character, Cole, sees dead people and doesn't realize he's in a presence of spirits. Over time, he learns the truth about his ability, representing an awakening to hidden reality. It is a metaphor for self awakening to higher truth about the nature of life, death, and existence. The dead people are close to the counterfeit forces, existing in a liminal space that isn't fully alive, representing the self struggle to break free from the illusion of death and embrace its eternal nature. The 13th Floor, 1999, messages. The film involves stimulates realities where human-like entities exist within digital world. The movie explores the idea of the mind being separate from the physical body and questions the nature of reality and existence. The characters face the discovery that their reality is not real, challenging the notion of the soul and body. The Truman Show, 1998. The message of false reality. In The Truman Show, the main character, Truman, lives his entire life inside a manufactured reality, a TV show controlled by a director. He doesn't realize his world is artificial until the question until he questions his surroundings. This film highlights the struggle for self-awareness and the quest to break free from a counterfeit reality. It's a metaphor for the self-awakening from false spiritual narratives or external control. Truman's eventual realization and escape represents the self journey toward true freedom and self awareness. The director, which is Christoph, seen as the counterfeit spirit, controlling Truman's world and keeping him from realizing the truth. Dark City, 1998. The message: a city where people memories are constantly altered by mysterious being known as strangers who can manipulate individuals' self, making them unaware of their true nature. The film probes into messages of identity, the control of the mind, and what happens when a person's self is manipulated. Ghost in the Shell, 1995. Messages of humanity and artificiality. This film explores the fusion of human awareness and artificial intelligence. Question what it means to be human. Major, the Major has a cybernetic body, but it is searching for her true self. This exploration of identity and humanity is seen as a metaphor for the self quest for authenticity in a world where artificial or counterfeit elements, like the counterfeit spirit, try to override or replace true spiritual soul or essence. The struggle between technology and spirituality mirrors the battle between the soul and the counterfeit that aims to control, manipulate, or distract from the true self. They Live, 1988. Message of awakening to hidden truth. They Live is about a man who discovers that certain elite figures are controlling humanity through a hidden signal that makes people blind to the truth. This film explores the idea that there are hidden forces represented by the counterfeits that manipulate people's perception and keep them from seeing the truth about the world. Their discovery of special glasses that allow him to see the hidden reality is a metaphor for spiritual awakening. The process of seeing beyond the surface and recognizing the falsehood of the counterfeit world. This mirrors the self journey to perceive the truth behind the illusion. The Man Who Fell to Earth, 1976. This message. The film starring David Bowie tells the story of an alien who came to Earth and inhabited a human body. His soul or mind is at odds with his shell like human form, leading to a deep exploration of isolation and the experience of being trapped in a foreign body. Conclusion. Many movies explore the message of soul versus counterfeit through metaphors of reality, awakening, and illusion. These films depicted the struggle for truth against forces that seek to deceive, control, or trap individuals in falsehood. They highlight the spiritual journey of breaking free from the counterfeit and returning to the truth of the soul. I just wanted to give you a little bit of what my observation was with these movies, and I'm sure you'll get much more than what I have posted. So, and also, I wanted you to know that they have continued to put out movies about uh, their interaction with these invisible beings or visible beings, because some of them are housed in human bodies. This is the last of this particular group. There are four parts to this. Um, so hopefully you do your own and take care to the next series take place